All India seminar on repair, retrofitting and of structures. This event is organized in association with Rehab Technology. I'm very happy that this seminar on very important title is organized here. Now, actually it is close to my heart. Why I'm telling is, I was a retired chief engineer from irrigation department. As a superintendent engineer of irrigation circle, I'm very much involved in rehabilitation of Rakasham barrage in Vijayawada. Actually, that is an opportunity. I could able to do it. Because of that rehabilitation only, subsequently floods to 2009 in Krishna district, Krishna river has come. But for rehabilitation only, that barrage withstood it. So that is very, very important. Another important thing is almost many of the dams and structures, not only in India, across the world also, they attained the age of their life. So it is very difficult to have a capital investment of new constructions in place of it. So the immediate solution is only to rehabilitate, retrofit those structures to extend their life period before a new structure comes and before the budget and finances are made available to the state or the organization. That is very, very important. And actually, I was not available yesterday, otherwise I would have been a registered delegate for this session and I could have presented a paper because I was in Indian Building Congress Government Council meeting at Kochi. I could not have got an opportunity to participate in this as a participant. And very important topics that were covered, especially the use of drones. You all know, so of course the buildings and bridges will be very inaccessible place, but whereas dams will be in a inaccessible place, where sometimes humanly it is not possible to reach those places. But we need to inspect it. Seeing is believing. We may have a photographs and all those things, but physical inspection is very, very important for any old structure to rehabilitate, to retrofit, or even for annual maintenance or in a deferred maintenance or major maintenance. That is very important. Now the drone technology, so that which the young budding engineers have today presented, that is very much required to have to know the status of the very important structures where access is not available. Another important thing is, I think what I told is retrofitting rehabilitation structures is not only for the structures which completed their lifetime, but also in some of the structures in existence also sometimes subjected to earthquakes, floods, cyclones and all those things also. And then they need to have a retrofitting of the structures to continue their balanced lifetime. That's very, very important. I am happy. Srinivasa Reddy Garu, so today is the backbone of this 2-day seminar, and our honorary chairman and honorary secretary. So you have made this event in a befitting way and very useful, and especially when we are discussing about the infrastructure development and developmental activities. So whether it may be dams or irrigation structures or roads and buildings, or now everybody is talking about the high-speed rail and also the metro rails and all those things. So this actually the knowledge on this repair retrofitting is very important. Of course, it may not be purely a civil engineering oriented. Some of the mechanical engineers and other electrical engineers also, they're a part of that. Is construction of any project is a integration of all core engineering departments, and also sometimes the IT oriented and all those things are there. So I'm happy that such a good event was successfully conducted. A lot of papers have been presented here. I think it is not out of place. Some discussions have taken place. If some dam is failed, who is responsible? Some people telling that it is a engineer's fault. Somebody is telling that it is politician's fault. Somebody is telling that it is bureaucrat's fault. It is a fault of all the combination of all these people. But one thing I want to add, because I am a retired chief engineer, I cannot mince words. He is a great contributor for this event, and he is a very knowledgeable person. As a proactive and positive people, so let us not discuss much about who is responsible and how it has happened. Always we think about how to restore it, how to make it good for the benefit of the public. That is very, very important. Having invested almost 1 lakh crores So it cannot be kept idle. Nothing is impossible for the engineers. And one thing actually, one of the speakers says that engineering knowledge is not there to rehabilitate. It is knowledge is very much there in India. Only thing is the state or the departments have to utilize pick up the engineers who got that experience and knowledge that is there. So only that is getting delayed. And decision making is also important in civil engineering or any engineering project. Decision making is very important. What is happening is everybody is fearing that if a decision is taken by him and if a failure comes, he will become a scapegoat. That's why engineers are hesitating to give decisions, to give opinions. So that is the important thing. Another important thing is, I want to frankly tell, if some engineer takes a shelter of the failure of a dam, taking that he was not allowed to function, that is not correct. As we are all the engineers, so when we are taking a decision, you firmly tell, so that I will do this. So the structure need to be constructed according to my directions. Of course, taking shelter that somebody is asking me to do like this, that won't speak of a integrity or identity of an engineer. Engineer must be always bold. And somebody told that if you don't accept a politician's word, or whatever that will happen is you will get transferred. Nothing will happen. But always you can raise your head. Just only I want like to share these few lines. And once again I congratulate the organizers, especially the technical backbone, Srinivas Reddy Garu, and also our chairman and honorary secretary for organizing this very important thing. Of course, this is a beginning. We can continue the version 1 and version 2, version 3 of this, because that is very much required in this one. I am thankful to you, and I am thankful to the organizers for giving an opportunity.